Hello and welcome back to Loren the Amazon Princess, our amazing weekend game. We're still doing the character quests. We have 3 left. Loren, Karen, and Myrth. Look at all the hearts. Karen 5, Amokiki 5, Loren hopefully is gonna get 5, Ray is just like, can't even be bothered. I mean, it would be fun, but meh. I'm thinking of doing Loren last, so we'll do Myrth. Review your party setup before proceeding. Yeah. You might have to put this on easy for a bit, but we'll try. I think it's normal now. Myrth excused herself from the group to travel deep within the elven forest with Eleanor by her side. They traveled into parts that Eleanor had never been before. She saw more elven villages, but they grew less and less like the outside world. Grand Tree was the center of trade for the elves, so it was the most influenced by other cultures. However, they were traveling into parts where the elven culture was mostly untouched. We are near. I feel it. The trees thinned to create a clearing ahead. The space was large and filled with tree stumps. Loggers could be seen across the clearing, busy at work. Stop! No! Myrth ran across the clearing, wincing in pain. Eleanor followed. Please, you have cut enough. Loggers were startled and jumped back. Elder Druid? Why have you cut so much? Can't you see that it is more than your share? Loggers looked towards each other. You've sent word upon word for this logging to cease. Have you not received our messages? Tell me, please. Loggers remained silent. Where is your druid? I am here, Myrth. A flowery elf stepped out of the trees and walked briskly in front of the loggers. Iga, tell me now, have you received my messages? I have. Myrth's eyes flared at the druid's audacity. Then it's exactly what we feared. Ig's eyes bore into Eleanor like hot coals. You are not an elf from the forest. Who are you to stand here? Myrth held an arm in front of Eleanor protectively. You have no authority to judge this elf. She is a dear friend, and one that respects this forest more than the elves I see here. You have one chance to explain yourself before I bring you before the elders. My punishment? I should be rewarded. As much as you try, you cannot make me feel a fool for seeing what you refuse to see. What does that mean? Iga stepped out of the way, and the loggers pounced forward at her command. Oh, okay. What are we doing? Battle mage. I don't think I like you. Wait, this is normal, right? Ow, 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 ow. This is normal. Okay, let's try it. Yeah. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah. Okay, we might actually survive this. Yeah, it could work. But it's gonna be more fights. But, yeah. Right now, yes. The elves did not succeed. Iga was standing far back, watching with disappointment. How could you make them do such a thing? Iga, why must it be this way? Why are you fighting? Look beside you. Look at your new favorite ally. Myrth looked over at Eleanor with confusion. An outsider. Why would that matter? Is that what this is about? You're one of the isolationists? We all are. This is part of the forest heritage and our only means of survival. You see what has happened when the worlds cross, and now we are at war. I'm only doing my part to protect the forest. It was clear now that this would take more than diplomacy to resolve. You have brought me to this, Iga. More elves appeared from the trees and stood behind the druid. No, you have done this to yourself. Yeah, we're gonna start having problems right about now, I think. With health and stuff. Ow, 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 ow. Well, we're dead. Yep. I'm not even gonna try. we're gonna try again, and we're gonna do it on easy. Easy, thank you. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Bye, Iga. There we go. I like how easy and normal are so... There's such a big difference. Easy is like... It's so ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the normal is just like, bam, you're dead. And hard, like, what is that? You're dead before you start? At least when I'm playing. But you know. Traitor! Traitor to the forest! Iga was wounded but still standing. Surrender, please! Instead, Iga summoned vines to cover her escape. The tendrils wove a thick wall between her and them. Even though Myrth was able to ward the vines away almost immediately, the druid had made her escape. We have to catch her. Myrth and Eleanor bolted after her, whipping through the trees at breakneck speeds. Myrth continued to shout for Iga to stop, but she did not listen. They ran until they stumbled into an elven village and all trace of Iga had disappeared. The local elves were startled to see the elder druid, especially with an outsider. A quick glance showed exactly why these elves needed so much wood. Barrels of bows and arrows were everywhere. Weapons? That is why you were over-harvesting? Why does this one town need so many weapons? Some elves retreated into their homes, but some became aggressive and walked towards Myrth and Eleanor. We are here for Druid Iga, not any of you. Stand down. Iga does not stand alone. Druid Ivisad. Another druid appeared, scowling. I cannot believe it. Are there more of you? We are many, and we stand against your tyranny. The forest is being corrupted, and we will not sit idly by as it falls. Your way of thinking harms the forest more than you realize. We are the true protectors of the Weald. You are no longer needed. Druid Iga reappeared. She looked worse than before, but her spirit had not been broken. We can live peacefully with other cultures. Only if we allow them to consume our own. No, this is wrong. You cannot be right. Learning from each other will help our society to grow. Man, these are such serious issues they're taking up in this game. This is our land. All others must find their own way. If the forest becomes as you want, where will our history go? Our traditions? What will being an elf even mean? You are simply afraid of change. When it is evil, yes. Iga made sure the word evil kept through Eleanor as sharply as it could. As the Elder Druid, I hereby declare Druid Iga and Druid Ivisad as threats to the forest. Declare what you will, the people will not let you get away with this. And therefore, must be eliminated on sight. The rogue druids glowered in anticipation. So says the forest. Alright. Apparently we're now fighting them.
I didn't think I had it in me.
Okay.
Harm no more. Stand aside.
Oh, he randomly died. Awesome. Ooh, level up. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, you can just do whatever you want, really. There we go. Myrth closed her eyes to keep from seeing what she had done. Iga moaned and twitched. Eleanor walked over to her and kneeled down. I can heal you. Don't touch me. Eleanor shook her head in disappointment. We cannot do anything for them if they do not want it. We should report this to the elders at once. The small village was left to deal with their fallen druids as Myrth led Eleanor back towards Grand Tree. There, the Elder Circle met to discuss the threat of the isolationists and how best to deal with them. Though some elders agreed with the extremists, it was agreed that Myrth had taken the right course of action to stop the logging. A new druid would be assigned to that part of the forest, and the weapons would be confiscated to help with the front lines, rather than their private rebellion. To give Myrth more authority, the elders bestowed Myrth with a symbolic staff. Now all of the forest would know who really was its protector. You received the Staff of Piety. Piety, I guess. Okay, let's go back to normal. There we go. Well, that went pretty fast. Oh yeah, I want to equip her with it. Just because she can. We should equip them with everything that they have, right? Or that they get from this. Alright, so Karen's quest. Karen, yeah. Eleanor and Karen left the camp under false motives, so that Loren would not suspect her mother's gift too soon. They traveled far across the lands until reaching the unforgiving swamps. I had never wanted to return to these parts. Eleanor watched Karen closely, only daring to go as far as she would. Oh, what are we looking for? The ruins where you found me. They are the remains of a people that once ruled here, the Chizulu. Are the lizard men their descendants? Karen chuckled under her breath. No, I believe they are just fond of the swamp. It is like all civilizations. When one dies, another will quickly take its place. You consider the lizard men a civilization? Karen slowed but did not stop. I have been in their company. They are not simple creatures. They're not? Before Karen could answer, the mighty ruins of Jizulu appeared before them. Most structures were crumbling into the swamp, but they remained a marvel. In the distances, they could see smoke from a campfire. Do you think... Yes, lizardmen. We will have to avoid them as we make our way into the ruins. Any relic from wars of old would be preserved underground. Eleanor nodded and followed Karen as she crouched and silently sped across the mud. At the campfire, many lizardmen were lounging around it as if sleeping, but they were chattering and hissing at each other. What are they doing? That is how they speak. Then they are not sleeping. They are like moths in front of flames. Karen had learned much about their culture from her imprisonment. Over there, that doorway. Karen pointed at their goal. Now they had to reach it without being caught. A lizard man was patrolling the perimeter of the campfire circle. He had just finished his round on the side closest to them. Karen looked over at Eleanor. Whatever, let's go. They both rushed forward and into a shadow to wait for their next move. The same lizard man on patrol was now about to start his path on the side closest to them. Eleanor had to make a split-second decision. Eleanor decided it was best to wait and go when the patrol was on the far side. However, they waited too long and the first patrol came around and noticed them. He hissed at the other lizard men to attack. Meh. Meh. We can do this. Ho ho ho, normal! Oh, she doesn't do much, but she can guard, at least. Or whatever. Eleanor. Oh, yeah, of course. Forgot. Alright, fine. Boom. You're gonna die anyways, so. Ho 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 ho. I need to heal Karen, though. At some point. I do not like this. We have invaded their home for no glorious purpose. We should avoid killing them. Yes, ma'am. Now inside of a ruined building, they softly stepped down a dark hallway until they heard more hiss talk. Karen peered around the corner and saw several lizard men. They both pressed against a wall and calculated a plan. Eleanor needed to time this right. Eleanor flattened on the wall and the lizard man walked past her. She looked again and the coast looked clear. They were almost there. Fine, go. Eleanor nodded at Karen and they both wheeled around the corner and dashed into the darkness ahead. They cleared the second group of lizard men unscathed. They wasted no time in searching the hallways for a way deeper into the ruins. They found a door that led down deep into the ground. They descended into the belly of the ruins, relying on lights that the lizard man has furnished along the walls. At the bottom, they came into a dusty chamber. There were piles of rusty metal and rotten wood. What a very strong odor this room has. It is trash to them, but in these piles lies historical artifacts. Where do we start searching? Right pile. A small blade sliced at Eleanor's ankle. She yelped and kneeled down to grab her wound. A green blur moved towards Karen. Watch out! Karen cartwheeled backwards just as the little creature swiped at her. Eleanor ripped a torch from the wall and threw it at the lizard man. It landed at his feet and showed that it was a young lizard woman. A child. Don't attack. Trespassers! But like more hissy. Both Eleanor and Karen were started by the talking juvenile, and then they noticed that this child may be green and covered with scales, but her head was similar to theirs. What is she? A new race? Halt! A language they understood was followed by hissing that they did not. An elf woman and the lizard man ran into the room with glares. The elf hissed and clicked at the juvenile, but the girl didn't move. What is an elf doing with the lizard men? Thieves! You disgrace our home! Lizard man snapped his jaws and wielded a weapon. We don't wish to fight you. We're here to retrieve a relic, and then we will leave peacefully. Thieves must die! The child tried to attack Karen, but Eleanor dove down to protect her. The elf mother did what any mother would do. Oh dear. Oh dear. Please tell me we don't kill them. Karen. Karen. Eleanor. Karen. Eleanor. Karen. Karen. Eleanor. Really? You missed. Here we go. The lizard man and the elf woman ran out of breath and crouched down in defeat. Stay your weapon, no more. Eleanor obeyed and pulled back. The child lizard woman stopped hiding behind her parents and picked up the nearest weapon next to her. She threw a mighty spear, much stronger and faster than any Amazon at her age could have. The spear whizzed past them both that they could admire her skill rather than fear her. You are a superior child. Stop coming! Leave us alone! The elf woman pulled back her child and glared at them. You must be visited by scavengers often. Savages. Karen picked up the spear on the ground and held it in her hands. The family went tense. I was mistaken to think that I had any right to come here and take as I please. I will trade with you as equals. Karen slipped her rations from her hip along with her personal royal belongings. She threw the satchel on the ground by the child. I give you everything I have of worth, for this weapon and for everything else that was robbed from you. You have my word as the Amazon Queen that the Amazons will not breach your lands again. Queen? Thief! Thief! Mother hushed the half-breed child. Karen signaled to Eleanor that it was time to leave. They were allowed to leave the chamber, and they found their way out of the ruins. Their way out of the ruins were a lot simpler. Once they were deep in the swamp again, Karen stopped. We have thought too little of the lizard people until now. We should have not been there. I am sorry that you did not find a gift for Loren. Karen held the spear she recovered from the room in front of her. It was discolored and very old, but it was still surprisingly sharp. I will give this to her. Though she may not wield it, it will be symbolic to her strength. A weapon of the Great Mother's is a rare honor. They traveled the long way back to camp. Karen prepared the spear for Loren with much care. She cleaned it and studied it. She even practiced with it to taste its power. It was clear to Eleanor that Karen had become attached to it. So it was a secretly happy moment for her when Loren refused to take such an immense gift from her mother. "This is a spear. Mother, you should wield it, not I." "Are you rejecting my gift? You dishonor me." "No, I am honoring you. I have no use for a spear. A weapon is only powerful when it is used. That is what you taught me. I went very far to reclaim this. I shed my royal possessions as payment. Then by all views, it is yours. Loren?" Karen raised her voice, tempting to force Loren to accept her gift. Loren's voice, however, was unnaturally sweet. "Mother?" "If you will not take it, then you force my hand. I will carry it until I can deposit it to the Citadel's reliquary." Loren smiled and left her mother on those words. Eleanor also smiled, knowing that Karen would have a token of strength to keep for herself. Perhaps for once, Karen would feel empowered rather than weakened. "You received a Spear of the Ancestors!" Oh, I thought that was amazing, how they're just, talking about the whole, don't look down other cultures when you actually don't know anything about them. Like with the Lizard Man and with Amokiki, there's so many important, serious things that this game talks about. It's amaze beans. So great. Alright, Karen. Take your super spear. Spear of the Ancestors. There you go. Alright, Loren. Do you think we can do your quest today? I think we can. Alright. Loren's quest. Doo-doo. Ba-dum. Yeah. Loren simply nodded, and they made their way to the Citadel. Loren was greeted as an unproven princess, but she would leave as something more. A crowd gathered in the Citadel Plaza. The trial of queens started and ended with a public ceremony. How do we begin, I guess. I have yet to be told. The crowd parted, and Karen walked up to her daughter. Loren, I am glad to see my own daughter where I once stood. May you own the pleasure some day as well. The trial of queens takes place below in the reliquary. The door is here. Karen gestured to a great stone door on the side of the castle. Loren had never paid any attention to it before, but now she realized why. You will go with your servant into those depths. Your trial will be complete when you find yourself out of them again. What will I find there? Only queens shall know. Loren took in a deep breath, knowing that that would be the most she would get out of her mother. Then I will find out. Until then. Loren moved towards the door and Eleanor followed right behind her. The princess looked over at her and they shared a look. The doors were opened for them and they both walked slowly into the darkness. They descended deep into the ground. Ancient weapons and other historical Amazonian artifacts lined the walls around them. There were also the mummified remains of great Amazons. The Great Mothers. I am uncomfortable here. Yes, The sound of clattering bones surprised them, and they whirled around to attack. A skeleton stood before them. Another queen has come. I cannot believe it. Hold your weapon. Loren bravely walked up to the skeleton. It watched her calmly. Are you one of the Great Mothers? Your land is in famine. What? A child steals food. Do you punish the child? Pardon? Do you punish the child? Okay. Your land is in famine. A child steals food. All these moral questions. Interesting that you can choose to punish the child's mother. Why would you do that? No, I don't think that depends on what you mean by punish. I guess it means any punishment at all. But you can't teach people to steal either. Oh my gosh. Fine. Okay. I guess. Do not punish a child. I don't know. How could punishing a child for the crime of hunger serve my people? The skeleton immediately collapsed into a pile of bones. What happened? I'm not sure. Who was that? I believe I know. There was a queen who sentenced a child to death in her reign. There were many deaths from starvation that year. Perhaps her spirit regrets her decision. Then, the Great Mothers are warning you not to repeat their mistakes. Loren nodded and continued through the reliquary. Another skeleton hobbled into their path, but they were not frightened this time. What does this one have to say? Loren approached it cautiously. The slaves revolted. They have killed many Amazons. Their fate is in your hands. How do you handle them? Well, they have killed. Yes, they were held as slaves, but they have also killed, so I still think, like, killing, I don't know, punishment. I mean, we have to think of how their culture is built. So they have killed people. But killing all of them doesn't really feel like a solution either. Because that doesn't benefit anyone. Although it might benefit the slaves, depending on how you see it, look at it. Sparing them seems to say that what they've done is okay. Although, I mean, although you could punish them in some other way, of course. Traditionally, you would probably want to kill the leaders. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Let's be amazed. No, I don't know. But like more bloodshed, yeah. But they've still killed. They have also killed. Man, these super moral questions. No. Why are you making me decide things, game? No. Okay, I'm not gonna go with that. One of these. I don't know. Fine, whatever. I would rather find out why they revolted. Our servants work best when their needs are met. Loren looked over at Eleanor briefly. The skeleton crumbled. Eleanor sighed in relief. You answered correctly. Truly? I am answering from my heart, even though it conflicts with tradition. Is the trial broken? They want differently for you, maybe. Loren was silent a moment and then pressed on. I think she had a very good answer, though. After some time scouring the darkness, yet another skeletal Amazon crossed our path. And what do you wish to teach me? An Amazon has been found in the arms of a man. They are lovers. Who do you kill? I kill neither of them. Excuse me. No. All answers are wrong. All these answers are wrong. I kill nobody. We literally kill nobody. Why are you giving me 3 sucky answers suddenly? Why do all okay, frankly, for all the questions, all answers suck, but this is ridiculously how much this sucks. Okay. I kill neither. Like, I kill no one. I kill no one. Absolutely no one. All of these answers are equally horrible. Except that killing them both is... No, actually, all of them are just horrible. Oh my gosh. None. Please give me the answer of killing nobody. Ah. Seriously? Why would you not let me answer kill nobody? I know it goes against Amazon tradition. Amazon tradition would be kill them both, I think? In a way, kill them both seem... I don't know. Oh man, really? Literally kill nobody. Nobody game. Nobody. I don't even want to answer the question. Oh my god. We kill nobody. Hello? You're missing an answer here. But obviously, taking only one life and not two is better, but like... I guess it's gonna end with kill the man. The slave must have bewitched the Amazon and should be removed from the citadel permanently. Yeah, that was wrong. That was wrong. Ho ho ho. Wait, restart. No. Okay, I should have saved between every question. Oh well. Okay, sure, wrong answer. Yeah, I mean, you can probably, you know, fight yourself through everything as well, so... I guess you can get through this without any... Eleanor looked upon Loren after surviving the battle with a sore heart. How could she have answered so cruelly? Loren stood in silence for a long while. Loren? She turned around with a start. I'm... sorry. Let's move on. They walked further until they reached the end of the reliquary. There was a similar stone door, which meant they had found their exit. We made it, Your Highness. I was expecting... more. It's no matter. Let's be done with this. She pushed away her disappointment and opened the door with Eleanor's help. Moonlight poured into the cavern. Man, I want to just redo that question and just find out which answer was the right one. Was the good one without battle. We should have saved before every question, answering every question, of course. Oh, she went out with Eleanor. Moonlight streamed in. I'm sorry. Oops. They stepped out into the night and saw that the population had gathered on the other side to welcome them. However, instead of being greeted with celebration, all the Amazons were quiet. Loren was wary as she stepped out in front of them. Queen Karen stepped out from the crowd with her war spear ready. A circle formed around Karen and Loren. Eleanor was pulled back into the crowd. I see. I am to duel my own mother. Prove to your people that you are worthy their loyalty. Karen raised her spear and braced herself for battle. Loren breathed deeply and reached for her own weapon. It would not be easy crossing weapons with her own mother. But she also feared that she may lose. Karen was not just one Amazon, but their queen. And even knowing that, she gave her mother one of her mightiest war cries. Oh. Okay. The one time where Eleanor's not in the fight. Come on. Oh my god. What are all these super attacks? What is she doing? Can we even win this? How does she know all these, like, leg break and stuff? Okay, am I supposed to win this? Yeah, I'm supposed to win this. Okay. You know what? Hi, easy. There we go. Karen tumbled and caught herself. She panted and rose to one knee. It was then when the crowd was allowed to celebrate. Karen stood up and smiled at her daughter. Loren found herself smiling as well. She looked around at the Amazons cheering for her. This is now yours. Loren looked back at her mother. Karen slipped off a beautiful necklace that Loren had not noticed before the jewel. Karen placed the necklace around Loren's head and rested it on her shoulders. You have earned the love of your people. May your reign be long. Karen bowed her head slightly, but Loren bowed even more out of gratitude. Karen laughed. You needn't bow to anyone now. You are still queen, and you have given me a great gift. But it is you that won our duel. They smiled warmly at each other. Eleanor was finally allowed to join Loren's side. She beamed at her. Congratulations, Eleanor. Loren smiled at her back, and it perplexed those around her, even herself some. She realized that she was happy that she not only had Eleanor with her in the reliquary, but that she had known her at all. If she had not known Eleanor, Loren's answers would have been much different. Her lessons would not have been learned. I mean, except for the last one, I guess. Because that was wrong. I am grateful. Eleanor didn't understand the depth of her gratitude until much later. The Necklace of Queens! Ooh, go to camp. Okay, Loren. Loren, wear the Necklace of Queens, please. Here. Yeah. Alright, so that is everyone's character quest. Except for Ray, which we didn't get one from, but... Whoa, what happened there? Spare bite? Excuse me? I received word from Grand Tree that my services are needed. Apparently no other elf would do. You're not talking about your skills as an assassin, are you? Ray's eyes twinkled. You can certainly make an elf blush. No, I am indeed talking about my elimination service. Are you willing to help me? You called me bait. That's just a professional word for it. It will only be a figurative trap. I don't want to participate in someone's murder. If the chance to see a master at work really isn't payment enough, I'll make it worth your while. I doubt you could. I can make you very wealthy. That actually did make Eleanor think twice. Why me? Because you're so pretty. The real reason, please. No, that's it. You'll be very distracting. Thanks. You won't dirty your hands, I promise. The kill is all mine. I hope so. Ray grew more smug. Okay, so apparently we might be getting his personal quest now. Pleasure doing business with you. Whenever you could get yourself ready, we can get this over with and you can get paid. You required Ray's personal quest. Okay, so we actually got Ray's personal quest. Presumably after we did Myrth's, I guess. Cool. Oh, okay, maybe if Loren would have answered all the questions correctly, maybe we would have gotten the last heart, or I missed it because I didn't choose romance the first time. That was an option. So maybe I've just, maybe I actually missed getting Loren's 5 hearts. which sucks, but that happens. Anyways, that's it for this episode. So thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see what happens next.